Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the John Elliott Report. My name's Victoria Shaw and this is our last picnic racing update for the season. Tomorrow, Saturday at Balnarring, the first race to get underway at 1 o'clock, and let's get into some selections. In the opening event over 2,000 metres, My Pedro is the horse that I'd like to select, Daniel to take the ride. My Pedro, interesting his form prior to this race, last start over 1,200 metres at Geelong, stepping up sharply to the 2,000. Last start only with 63 kilos on his back and a couple more tomorrow at Balnarring. The other horses in this race, really their form is mixed around the 2,000 metre mark, so I didn't have a lot of confidence. The only one I could factor into the event other than My Pedro was Lincolnshire Arms. So have a look at My Pedro and Lincolnshire Arms in the first. To race 2, a very proven horse over the 1,200 metres and a prior win at Balnarring as well. Student Prince is my selection, 66 kilos. Have a look also at Triliner first up, which should be very interesting, and Sandy Dale as well in race 2. So Student Prince, Triliner and Sandy Dale over the 1,050 at Balnarring, but I think Student Prince should salute. To race 3, up to the mile, where they run behind the gum trees down at Balnarring. Delightful Girl, Daniel again to take the ride, 64.5 kilos for Delightful Girl over the 1,600, and also Crafty Conquest. This is going to be a great race and a good contest too with the jockeys. Crafty Conquest is Bodie's mount and Daniel with Delightful Girl, and we'll touch on some interesting facts about these two great picnic riders shortly. That's in race 3. To race number 4, now Peter Tate's mount here, number 1 Hammer Trigger, I think should go well in the 4th event. Down to number 2, Athena's always thereabouts as well, very competitive consistently, and Cara Time as well. 3 very consistent horses at Balnarring in the 4th, Hammer Trigger, Athena's and Cara Time. To race 5, down to the 1,200. Now this event here, I've got 4 selections I like. Now given the meeting on Sunday, which we'll touch on shortly, there are a number of dual nominations, so check your scratchings, and that's why I've given you 4 to work with. 1,200 metres in the 5th event, I'll put number 2, The Champion, on top from number 1, Mr. Martindale, number 3, Diego de la Vega, and number 9, Kokoda Miss. So 4 horses to work with in race 5. The Champion, Mr. Martindale, Diego de la Vega and Kokoda Mist in the 5th at Balnarring. Now the last event of the day, back to the 2,000 metres where we started, and in race 6 I like number 6 Forge from number 1 Scouting and number 11 Enclosed and Music Lover as well. So Forge, Scouting, Enclosed and Music Lover. Once again, 4 horses to work with, given the dual nomination for the event at Swifts Creek that takes place on Sunday. So no doubt a couple of the horses there won't be able to turn up at both events, and indeed I'm sure some of them will as well, given the gutsy events or gutsy sort of intestinal fortitude that a lot of these picnic horses are fairly used to. Now, Swifts Creek on Sunday, Tambo Valley Picnic Racing, the last picnic race meeting for the season, and I'll give you my best bet for the day. I think it's the ever-consistent Jumbo Jet Miss, which bobs up in race 3 at Swifts Creek. So Jumbo Jet Miss is my selection or my best bet for Swifts Creek on Sunday. Now, as I mentioned, this is the last weekend for picnic racing in the season. We kick the gates open on Derby Day. Healesville is always the opener for the season, so we look forward to seeing you at Healesville on Derby Day. But before we move along to the absolute close, some stats that's very interesting on our jockeys. Now, I think a lot of the picnic regulars are fully aware Adam Bodie's riding achievements are nothing short of sensational. He has been for a number of years probably the best performing jockey Australia-wide on both the professional and picnic circuit. So good on you, Adam, and we really appreciate your hard work. His strike rate so far, up until the 2nd of April, 27.6 winning rides. So that's just worked out on his wins out of about 134 rides. So his strike rate is 27.6. Now the big closer here, Daniel, her strike rate there for winning rides, 35%, although Daniel's had quite a few less amounts. Lee Taylor, very consistent as well with 21%, and Matthew Corbisirio just shy of 20%, so about 19.5%. But some wonderful achievements there, and we'll be celebrating not just the jockeys' achievements, but indeed the picnic horses and their trainers at the Amstel Golf Club in Cranbourne for the annual Picnic Awards Night on the 28th of May. Stay tuned to the Peter Bond website, and special thanks to Peter and his lovely wife Frances as well with all their work on the website. picnicracing.com.au for further updates about the great night at Amstel Golf Club on the 28th of May. Once again, on behalf of the John Elliott Report, we've been really pleased to meet so many picnic racing fans out on the circuit, and we look forward to seeing you again this Saturday at Balnarring, Swifts Creek on Sunday, and you can do it all again when we kick the gates open for the new season opener for 2011-2012, Derby Day at Healesville. See you this Easter weekend at the picnics.